University. My name is Kiran Anumalasetty. I am a trainer with Quantum Life University. I'm a student of Dr. Newton and Dr.Lakshmi. I'm also a therapist with practicing past life regression, inner child, and various other healing modalities. Today, the meditation topic will be new self, new creation. So I would like to take you through some of the concepts and principles of this topic, and then at the end we will do a meditation. So I would like to express my deep gratitude to my teachers, Dr. Newton, Kondaviti, and Dr. Lakshmi, for giving me this opportunity to share this wisdom today evening with all of you. So to understand this topic, I prefer to take the example of a caterpillar, how it undergoes a metamorphosis. Metamorphosis, it's a beautiful word. It has two words in it, meta and morphosis. Meta is beyond, and morphosis is form, beyond form. So the caterpillar goes beyond its form. What is seen, what is known, it goes beyond that. So metamorphosis is actually referring to a process of going beyond the known into the unknown. And that is exactly what a caterpillar is doing to transform into a butterfly. It is going through a process of discovering the unknown, entering the unknown, and through the unknown, it is discovering its true potential, which is the butterfly. So in the year 2012, I had a powerful experience in a meditation where I saw a caterpillar in the meditation, and I tuned into the caterpillar, and I felt like a caterpillar, and I had several insights from the caterpillar. And then I felt in the meditation that I am inside the cocoon. And later I felt like I am a butterfly. So this meditation experience inspired me to connect to the wisdom of this caterpillar. What is it trying to teach us? And how can we learn from this caterpillar? There is something beautiful about this caterpillar because it is a very small creature. It looks ugly. The first impressions that we get when we look at it, it is forget about flying. It cannot even move from one place to the other. Its world is very limited. It eats a lot. It survives on leaves, and it cannot see a bigger world. And it cannot drink the nectar from the flowers, but it only eats the leaves, and it sheds its skin repeatedly. So it's a very, very limited creature. But what happens to this caterpillar? Suddenly, it trusts in its existence, its true self, what it is meant to become. Somehow this caterpillar gets this enormous trust, and then it goes on into this profound journey of transforming itself into a beautiful butterfly. So I will share some of the insights I received from the caterpillar. So this caterpillar is a limited self. It is an old self. It is trying to tell us that it is okay to be limited. And by completely acknowledging your limited nature, you can uncover your true self, your unlimited self. So, and this is the first insight. And the second insight is It has enormous trust in its true nature. It is okay to be limited, but it is not who you are truly. Who you are truly is entirely different. It is beyond your um, sense of limited self, your sense of limited ego, your sense of boundaries. So it has enormous trust in its true nature, in its full potential, in its path, in its highest potential. So, with this trust, Caterpillar is able to surrender. So, a caterpillar has no doubts in its mind. It knows that it is meant to be a butterfly, and this is the second insight um, from the caterpillar. So, this beautiful little creature with this enormous trust, it inverts itself and it hangs on to a branch. How much trust you need in existence to become inverted and go into a unknown dark place for several days, and without food, without eating anything, without drinking anything. It goes into this darkness, builds a cocoon around it. And I received several insights from the cocoon, and I will share some of the insights. So this cocoon is nothing but the unknown. Caterpillar is not used to be in the dark. It is not used to staying without food for so many days. It is not used to um, uh, hanging upside down from a branch, just freely falling. So this is the cocoon signifies unknown. And we have several unknowns in our life. Our life is full of so many unknowns. And the primary reaction to an unknown is fear. And that is what cocoon is teaching us. Okay, there is a purpose for fear in our life, and it is to uncover the unknown or step into the unknown, surrender to the unknown. So let go and surrender. This is what the cocoon is teaching. When we can truly let go and we can surrender to the existence, we allow a greater force to take care of us. Okay. So we always go outwardly, try to do and influence our environment with our actions, with our words, with our thoughts. So, but cocoon is teaching us to go inward. That is what caterpillar is doing. It is going inward. It is no more trying to fight with its reality. It is not trying to build its wings using force. It is not trying to go through a um, change in its shape and form by using any kind of force. No. It is absolutely a inwardly directed process. There is absolutely no force in it. And that is true letting go. Letting go of all control, letting go of all the need to change. That is when surrender happens. So this is the beautiful message from Cocoon. Let go and surrender into the unknown. And that is when transformation happens. This is the key to personal transformation in our lives. And the third stage is the butterfly stage or the new self stage. And here I received a beautiful message that a new self is is something very, very unique. It is your unique gift to this world. It is who you truly are. It has nothing to do with your history, your family background, your shape, your body, your language, your sex, gender, caste, creed, your color. It has nothing to do with it. It is nothing to do with your thinking. It has nothing to do with your achievements. It has nothing to do with your talents, skills, abilities. It is entirely different. It is not a better self in psychological sense. We always strive to become a better person. Uh, that is a natural process. But a new self is not a better self. It is truly who you are. And um, each one of us are very unique beings. Each one of us are a unique expression of divine force, of God, um, or Tao, or Source. We can call it with several names, but that God or Source needs you for this unique expression of itself. And no other person will be born again like you, or there's no other person in the history who is exactly like you. You are so unique. So that is the message of the butterfly. You are an utterly authentic and unique self, and you don't have to strive to become this new self. You all you have to do is um, complete trust and let go and surrender. That's what the Cocoon stage is teaching. So this is a beautiful three-step process I um, discovered in the meditation. The step one is the old self, the limiting ego or the limited self, and how to transcend this old self and how to transform yourself into a new self. The key lies in the second step, which is the cocoon, which is the unknown, stepping into the unknown, surrendering to the unknown, and as a pure consciousness, becoming one with everything that is there in this unknown. This unknown is everything as well as nothing. There are no things there. It is not a place. There is no time there. It is beyond time, beyond space, and it is um, it is um, eternal void, pure nothingness, and you cannot reach there um, using force. You cannot reach there. You cannot go by a vehicle there. You cannot take a rocket and go into the unknown. You cannot go as your mind. With thoughts, you cannot go there. You cannot go with your identity. So this unknown is actually stepping into the unknown is only possible as pure awareness. So we become utterly simple, become pure awareness or consciousness, and then it is possible to step into the unknown and stay in the unknown. And the beauty of this step is once we are in the unknown, infinite possibilities open up, because this nothingness is also the source of everything, the source of all creation, the source of you, the source of me, the source of everything and everyone. All things, all forms are born out of this nothingness. So we simply rest. What to do in the unknown? There is nothing to do. Allow yourself to completely rest in this unknown, merge into this pure, undivided consciousness as pure awareness. And something beautiful happens. You discover that infinite possibilities are available in this unknown. It is also called unified field. Because it is the field of everything. All frequencies are there in this field, and everything exists in the form of potential here. This is what the quantum science also discovered. And this is called the quantum field of all possibilities. And from there, we tune into this possibility of our being authentic, being utterly unique. And this is truly who we are. Once we align to this possibility of the new self, which is existing in this unknown, then it becomes possible for us to manifest this new self into the physical plane. We align ourselves to the frequency of this new self, the frequency of love, the frequency of joy, the frequency of happiness, the frequency of inspiration. So from there, creation becomes possible. We cannot create by using force, by changing things externally. We can only create out of nothingness. We all came out of this pure nothingness. So there is, this is the 3-step process. Understand, the first step is old self, which is who you are now. And in fact, there are several parts of you. You are not a single personality. You have many parts within you which are not uncovered by you yet. So we are not just one personality. We are made of several sub-personalities, several parts. So this whole self is all that, what you are currently. So understanding this old self is very, very important. Understanding who you are right now, how you are feeling, what you are thinking. Without that, you cannot go beyond that. Without that, you cannot feel whole. So it's very important to understand, spend time with yourself, and try to see how am I feeling? What am I thinking? So your feelings and thoughts are very, very important. They create your state of being. When you are feeling angry and you doesn't know that you are angry, when you are feeling sad and if you are not aware that you are sad, then you cannot really go beyond who you are. You cannot really transcend this old self. So completely acknowledging your old self involves few principles that I'm going to share now. It involves asking certain questions, which is how we are stuck in the past. It's important to understand the old self. Once we understand the structure of the old self, then what is happening to us, why we are distanced from this natural, spontaneous, um, true, authentic self. When we are born as this pure divine beings into this little small creature, the little baby, the infant. we are this spontaneous, creative, and divine beings as children, and something happened to us, and we became not trusting the world. A child has enormous trust in the world, but we became not trusting. We started doubting ourselves. We started um, thinking that we are not good enough. We lost the capacity to love. So, in this journey, somewhere we were stuck in the past, and our past, all the thoughts are coming from the past, and all our feelings are coming from the past. So what happens when our thoughts and feelings are rooted in the past? It creates a state of being which is stuck in the past. It is like you are literally frozen in a different time and space. For example, if a child experienced some wound in the childhood, something happened to this child, abuse or um, severe physical battering or lack of love or abandoned child. So it is the fear and sadness of this child made this child to go to a hiding place within, and all these emotions are frozen in that particular time and space. So, and when this child grows up and becomes into an adult, it still feels that wounded child within. The child is still there and it is feeling still wounded. So this person, though he or she became an adult in grown up body, but they still live as a wounded child in this life. So they attract difficult relationship, challenges in life, health issues. So the state of being of this person is stuck in the childhood. Or let's say a person had a traumatic birth, or the baby is not wanted when by the mother or the father when the baby is inside the womb. So it creates a severe rejection feeling, and now the state of being is stuck in the womb or stuck in the birth time, or a past life trauma. This person had a, traumatic death in the past life, or a traumatic memory in the past life, and it is so traumatic that all the feelings are frozen in that particular space and time of the past life. So even after the death, the soul ascending into the higher planes and reincarnating, it still carries the same wounds. And even after incarnating into a new body and becoming an adult in this new body, this person is still stuck or frozen in that state of being of that past life. So it doesn't matter where the past and when the past happened, the process is the same. Our thoughts are driven by our past, and our feelings are driven by the past. So uh, painful thoughts produce painful feelings, and the same feelings again create more such thoughts, and this is a cycle, and that is how we are stuck in the same state of being. But once we understand this, what kind of thoughts I am having about myself, constantly this inner voice, which is this either this past life self or the childhood self, or uh, the newborn self, It has its own inner voice. It says you are not good enough, or you are unwanted, or you are a victim. So these inner voices create our thoughts, and it creates a feeling of fear or sadness or loneliness. So that is how we are stuck in the past. So this is our old self. This is the structure of our old self. It's very important to understand this structure. So there are certain automated programs that are running our life. We can call them as beliefs, but these are literally like how a software program runs the computer. These automated programs are driving us. We are driven by them. We are not utilizing our free will or choice. Most of the times we live by automated programs. For example, I am not good enough is an automated program, and everyone uses me, or I do not deserve, or I am just like my parent, my mother or father. It is my genetics, I can't change it. And my life is this way because of so and so person. It is their fault, and my life sucks, and it's not a happy life at all. So when we have these um, automated programs running our life, it is we are stuck in the old self. Because we attract more and more situations which strengthen the same program, because that is how we are creating our life. And in the old self, what happens is we distance ourselves from our true authentic nature. For example, as a child, if we are not allowed to express anger towards parents, which is very common, then what happens? This child thinks that anger is not valid. And whenever the child feels anger, he feels shame, ashamed of himself or herself, that um, I should not be angry, but this anger is natural. It is coming. So he represses, or she represses, that anger, and also feels ashamed. They carry toxic shame. So as children, many of us, many children, they carry toxic shame. Any repressed emotion creates toxic shame. Any unmet need creates toxic shame. So, but this shame is so painful. It's extremely painful, because this shame keeps telling that you are defective being. And to cover that pain, many people go for some kind of an addiction. So that is how we have so many people addicted to so many different kinds of things today, either it is alcohol, or smoking, or sex, or um, work, sometimes compulsivity, or so many kinds of addictions to relationships, or addictions to spirituality. There are several kinds of addictions. People use these methods to cover up to um, come to shield the pain of the shame or guilt. So there are so this false self is not truly who we are. It is actually something we created to run away from the pain of the past wounds. So, and our old self also has many repressed parts. repressed subpersonalities. We call this as the dark side or the shadow side. It's very important to acknowledge this dark side of us. There are many parts within us which are feeling angry, but it happens that a person may grow up without ever knowing that he has repressed anger in him or her, or grief, or shame, or guilt, or rage, or loneliness, or hatred, or jealous. These are all natural emotions for human beings. We are not a human being if we don't express sadness. It's very natural. If we don't experience anger and pain, how can we call ourselves as human beings? But when it is repressed, what happens is there is so much of our life force that is frozen in these repressed parts. So they are like hungry dogs that are locked up inside the basement of a house. They have so much of energy, and we have to invest again a lot of energy in repressing them and stopping them and covering them up. So people, when they have these repressed parts, they feel very tired in life easily. They feel they don't have energy to do anything. They lose energy very easily, and um, they um, they have fears or phobias or illnesses. So literally each one of us has these repressed parts. So it's very important to understand our dark side and fully embrace it. Without understanding, one cannot embrace the dark. It's a very important step in our personal journey in transformation. So transformation becomes very easy once we embrace the dark side, because suddenly we don't have to fight against these dark forces that are within us. Okay. And so we don't have to spend a lot of energy guarding these dogs in the basement, hungry dogs in the basement. And second thing is, we actually release the energy that is locked up in these repressed parts. Anger has so much of energy. Imagine what a person who is um, with so much rage will have so much energy. They can break anything. And once this energy is tapped into, once this dark side is embraced, this energy flows and it becomes available for you, for your new creation. Because to create something, you need energy. You need to change your energy field. So there is this beautiful concept given by Abraham Maslow, the hierarchy of human needs. It is this will help us understand our old self. So before going to the spiritual needs, we have several other needs. So at the base of this triangle, there are physiological needs. Touch is a very basic need for an infant. The infant needs to be touched. It's a basic need. And if that touch an infant doesn't receive, once this infant grows up into an adult, they will be deprived of this basic need. They cannot really go to higher needs They cannot have a healthy spiritual life also, because their basic need of touch is not met. So Abraham Maslow, he told this beautifully, because if we skip one level of need and if we go to the higher level of needs, then we are going to soon fall back to the lower level where we have this unmet need. So after the physiological needs, safety and security, one needs to feel safe in the environment. One needs to feel secured. And then comes the needs of love, belongingness, belonging to a community, to a relationship, and giving love and receiving love. And this is where many people have difficulties meeting these needs. And then comes the needs of self-esteem. And after that, the needs of self-actualization. This is achieving one's own true potential. Discovering our new self comes into self-actualization. And without, when in the past any of our needs are not met, the basic needs or the psychological needs, if they are not met, we cannot discover our new self. We cannot create a new future. So it is important to do that healing work, embracing that old self, embracing those parts of you which are actually waiting for that touch, waiting for that love, waiting for that appreciation, waiting for the safe and secure feeling. So all these parts are like little children. We have so many such little children within us who are having not having their needs met in the past, and they are still stuck there. So we need to ask, what is the part of me that is craving for touch, or craving for love, or craving for appreciation? So I realized that I have this unmet need of appreciation from my father. So even after doing meditation, therapy, and spiritual work, I realized that I am falling back into this unmet need. So, because this is a huge part of me which is feeling this vacuum, this unmet need, appreciation from parent, acknowledgement from parent. So, once I understood it, I started feeling that I am more complete, I am more whole. And meditation and spiritual work became much easier for me with this realization. So, returning to wholeness is very, very important. This, the whole first step of understanding the old self, embracing the old self, is about returning to wholeness within you. There is light within you, there is dark within you, there is good within you and bad within you. There is joy within you, sadness within you. You are full of polarities because you are in the physical plane. And when we embrace both the polarities, we return to wholeness. So it's very important to embrace these repressed parts of us, and embrace all these parts whose needs are not met, and This is the journey towards wholeness. And once we feel this wholeness, we become a strong willed person. The first thing that happens to us is a healthy ego is restored. And out of this healthy ego comes uh, the true need for self actualization, the true need for discovering the new self. So then we can enter into the second step of the process, which is stepping into the unknown, which requires surrender. Surrender is a lot of work. It's not easy. Surrender is not about inaction. Surrender is not about laziness. Surrender is not about um, um, becoming irresponsible. Surrender is lot of work. Surrender requires enormous strength. Only a whole person can truly surrender. Only a rounded individual who embraced all these parts, who is okay with being afraid, who is okay with failures, who is okay with committing mistakes, who is okay with his imperfection, who is okay with his own or her own dark side. Only such person can truly surrender. Otherwise, as Abraham Maslow said, during this process of surrender, you are challenged. All your vulnerable parts are exposed. So, if you have this fearful part within you, once you practice this surrender, the first thing you face is fear. You cannot step into the unknown because that is not familiar to you. So, in the second step, we practice the art of surrender, letting go. Letting go is a beautiful word. You only someone with a healthy ego can let go of the ego. And letting go, the whole purpose of spiritual awakening is to drop the ego. But to drop the ego, we need to first come to a state of wholeness where we feel um, whole, we feel strong will, where we feel we are okay with everything about us, and then we can let go. So that is the art of surrender. These are the beautiful words of Dr. Joe Dispenza, which inspired me a lot. He says, when my will matches its will, it means it is the loving intelligence within us. It is our new self. When my will matches its will, when my mind matches its mind, and when my love for life matches its love for life, that is when change happens. And this is about surrender. That's why I said surrender is a lot of work. You have to bring all your resources to feel this will and match your will with the divine will. Match your mind with the divine mind and feel that love within you, love for life, which matches with the love for life of the divine. And that is when surrender becomes possible. So, when my will matches its will, when my mind matches its mind, When my love for life matches its love for life, that is when transformation happens. And that is when the doors of the unknown open to you. And we can step into the unknown. Just like this caterpillar inverting itself on the branch and entering the cocoon. The cocoon is an unknown, but it has enormous strength, enormous trust, enormous will. It knows that it cannot be anything else other than a butterfly. And for that, it has to transform itself. And for that, it has to enter into this cocoon. So, similarly, with this enormous trust, we enter into the unknown. And this unknown is pure nothingness. It is eternal void. There is nothing here. It doesn't have any things. It doesn't have any forms. It is formless. It doesn't have time. It doesn't have space. It is not a place to go. And it is but it is a unified field. Everything exists as a potential here. And all possibilities exist here in the form of potential. And each of these potentials, they vibrate with certain frequency. There is a lot of information here, information and energy. So, and how to enter this unknown, what to do in this unknown, how to access these potentials, infinite potentials waiting for us. So these are the things we understand in the step 2, which is entering the unknown, the cocoon stage. So, as I said before, here we don't have to do anything. We just have to simply rest. As the Tibetans have a beautiful word for this. It is called Rigpa. Rigpa is pure undivided awareness. It is a state of being. And they practice Rigpa, becoming this pure undivided awareness. The vast sky-like nature of our mind is called as Rigpa. It is not our limiting mind. It is beyond our limited mind. It is the universal mind. It is the divine mind. And that has a will, that has its own mind, that has its own love for life. And that is guiding us, but we are not aware of it. That is driving our life, that is holding our hand and taking us forward in our life, but we are not aware of it. So the practice here is to become this pure undivided awareness so that you can feel trust in the existence. You can feel this guiding hand holding you always. You can feel the love of the existence, just like a mother loving the baby. This existence is trying to hold you and love you unconditionally. And then we can truly let go, truly let go of trying to become someone, trying to become something. That comes only out of that limited ego, the old self. Here there is no effort to become anything. And the unknown has certain qualities, which is the nothingness. Its first quality is nothingness. There is nothing to be seen, nothing to be heard, nothing to be experienced here. It is purely nothingness. There are no things here. And you cannot go into the unknown with your emotions or with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your identities. You cannot go there as somebody. You cannot go there with this physical body. But how to go there? And you have a beautiful tool to go there, which is awareness. You simply reduce yourself into this pure undivided awareness, and then you can step into it. And then you can not only stepping into it, but you can rest in it. Not only resting in it, but you can also merge into it. You can become one with it. And you can match your will with its will. You can match your mind with its mind. And you can match your love with its love. And with this practice, we start loving the unknown. We stop fearing the unknown. We have so many fears about life, so many fears about future. What kind of relationship I will be into, what kind of job I will get, what kind of future I will have, what will happen to my children, what will happen to my body, what will happen to my health, what about old age, what about money, what about name and fame. So there are so many fears about life. And whenever there is a fear, there is an unknown behind it. So here is a wonderful opportunity for you to enter the unknown. Every fear you have is a doorway to the unknown. So when you understand this, you see fear as an opportunity. You see fear as a blessing. You see fear as a doorway. So once this doorway opens, and we can say to ourselves, I need not be afraid of anything now, because I understand that this fear is a doorway to the unknown. It is here to show me a path into this unknown so that I can become pure undivided awareness in this nothingness. Then you start loving this unknown. Whenever I get a challenge in my life, I tell myself that I love this unknown. I am in this unknown and I am loving it. So only then it is possible for us to access the infinite potentials that are waiting for us. Fear shields us from our opportunities, from these possibilities. So this quantum field, the unknown is the quantum field of all possibilities. Once we enter there, we have all futures waiting for us. Every future is there in this quantum field of every being in the form of potential. And each of these potentials have certain frequency. And the frequencies of love, joy, happiness, gratitude, um, grace, and forgiveness, these frequencies are the highest frequencies. Fear, grief, hatred, jealousy, unworthy feeling. All these feelings are dense frequencies. So, if you really want to create a future which is full of love and happiness, then you have to vibrate with the same energy as this future potential. It is like a tuning fork. When if you have two tuning forks, one tuning fork is vibrating with certain frequency, it what it does is it creates a resonance and it makes the other tuning fork also vibrate at the same frequency. But both the tuning forks should be of the same natural frequency, then only the resonance happens. So when you match your vibrational energy to this future potential, then you start vibrating along with it. And that is when your future enters you. You literally pull your future towards you. You don't have to do anything. Just like this tuning fork, it doesn't do anything. It just is of the same natural frequency of the other tuning fork and it starts vibrating on its own. So, this is how we create realities, by changing our energy, by changing our vibrating frequency. If we start vibrating with the frequency of love, we attract the future potential which is full of love. If we start vibrating with the frequency of gratitude and forgiveness, we attract a exactly similar future potential. If we are vibrating with this energy of health, and we attract health in our future. So unknowingly, unconsciously, what we are doing is we are stuck in the old self, which is vibrating at a denser frequency, the frequency of hatred, or the frequency of grief, or the frequency of unworthiness. And that is why we attract exactly similar future. The same principle works. And so that is how, so the process of changing our frequency and the process of vibrating with these higher frequencies of love and forgiveness is the process of discovering the new self. True happiness comes when we align to our authentic self. When we are who we are truly, without any masks, without any false self, without a need to cover up our vulnerability and pain and grief and uh, unworthiness and shame, without the need to cover any of these, we become whole, we become integrated individuals, we become more and more human. That is when truly the self-actualization, discovering the new self becomes possible. And there are 5 indicators of the new self. When we are in the new self, we feel truly at home. Otherwise, there is this feeling that I don't belong to this world. Many people have this feeling. I don't belong to earth plane at all. I wouldn't contradict you anyway. I don't, I am not at home. They have everything in life, but they feel that they are not at home. And one feels utterly authentic and unique. They are who they are. I am who I am. They don't feel the need to please others. They don't feel the need to become someone, because they are already unique. They are already authentic. So once we are in the new self, we feel very relaxed, because there is no place you have to go. You already arrived. This is the beautiful feeling we get once we are in the new self. I finally arrived. There is nothing to strive for. There's nothing to achieve. I arrived. I am home. And the fourth indicator is there is nothing to do here. There is no need for any action. A perfect example for this is Lao Tzu, the Chinese master, who walked on this planet Earth some 3000 years ago. He was simply sitting in a cave and meditating. He didn't do anything. He's a perfect example for inaction, non-action. And yet, the world remembers him now. The world is inspired by Lao Tzu even after 3000 years. And he realized that there is nothing to do. He reached his true home. And he just simply, by sitting in a cave, not doing anything, he realized his true self. Out of that authentic self, all his teachings poured. He poured all his teachings from his authentic true self. Sometimes there can be action born from non-action, which is perfectly fine. In such action, there is no struggle, there is no agenda, there is no ambition. In such action, there is only joy, there is only serving, there is only celebration. Such action is like a dance. So, the fifth indicator is enjoy just being. You be who you are, and you go more and more into the beingness. There is no need for doing. So these are the 5 indicators that you are in the new self. And once we are in the new self, we are now matching our vibrations, our frequencies with a new future. That is our new destiny. That is the path that has been waiting for us all along. The beautiful words. I forgot the author of these words. When we discover our new self, we realize that we enter into a path which has been waiting for us all along. There is a beautiful poem by Rainer Maria Rilke. The poem name is The Swan. He describes in that poem how a swan, when it is on the ground, it walks in a very ugly way. The steps it takes, it finds it difficult even to walk. There's no grace in such walk. It looks very ugly. And then what it does, it reaches the bank of the river, and then it makes that final step with trust into the water. And as soon as it takes that final leap into the water, the waves of the water carry the swan along with them with so much grace. And the swan moves like a queen. Dear friends, we can also be like this swan. Once we enter this new self, our new future is something which has been there for us, waiting for us all along, like the water waiting for the swan. We will be carried by the waves of this water with such gentle grace, and we will become the king and queen of our life. So the 5 indicators for this new future: one is spontaneous action. Here there is no effort. Whatever happens, happens. You cannot live without doing meaningful work. Meaningful work will happen, but it is out of spontaneity, without any desire to achieve, without any desire to become someone or something. It is so spontaneous and it is so selfless. There is a natural urge to serve the world. That is another second indicator. Your actions are going to benefit this world, benefit the mankind, benefit the planet Earth. It is going to make this planet Earth a little better than what it is today. And the third indicator is creative expression. You express the depths of your inner creative being in such new future. In this new future, you bring your creativity alive. You use either fine arts or poetry or singing or dance or teaching or um, some other gift that you have. You express in your own unique way, your own unique gift. And the fourth one is the effortless creation. In this new future, there is effortless creation. And this effortless creation is much faster than creation with effort. In inaction, so many things happen. Our heart is beating, it is doing so much work. Hardly it is using any effort to do this work. It is not planning, it is not eating a lot of food to gain strength to do this activity. It is not um, um, it is not doing it with effort. It is the heartbeat is a effortless creation. Similarly, your whole body is functioning in that effortless creation of the loving intelligence, which is there in each and every cell of our body. That is why we are healthy. Health is, someone said beautifully, I think it is Osho, health is one, diseases are many. So, health is not opposite of illness. It is a natural state. It is an effortless creation. And the last indicator in the new future is whatever you do in your new future, it is your heart will truly rejoice. Your heart will be so full of love when you do that work. So, friends, these are the 5 indicators of the new future. And this is a beautiful formula I teach and I apply also. It is given by great teacher Dr. Joe Dispenza in his books and in his teachings also. How to create a new destiny. This formula says the elevated emotion and clear intention. You need to have these 2 components because they create our state of being, and the state of being is our electromagnetic field. It is our vibrational energy, it is our frequency, and this frequency creates attracts or pulls a future towards us. So having a clear intention and then feeling that elevated emotion. For example, um, you want to earn a lot of money. Okay, you want to earn X amount of money, and everyone is worthy enough to attract abundance in their lives. So once we have a clear intention, then we are actually uh, changing one of the components of our state of being, which is our thoughts, aligning our thoughts to this abundance. I want so much income per month, or I want how we want this income. I want to do such an action, so and so job. I want to feel connected to the job. I want to make use of my creative abilities in that job. I want to feel alive when I am doing the work. So it can be anything. So these are all parts of the intentions. So clear intention and matching this intention with your um, the energy of your new future, and then elevated emotion, how you want to feel when you are already there in that future. How do you feel? You feel abundant, you feel grateful, you feel joyful, you feel happy, you feel worthy. So if we can practice and call these emotions even before the future has manifested, this is the beautiful formula. Feeling the future alive in us even before it happened. And that is how we change our state of being. That is how we pull that new future towards us in physical reality. So there is a beautiful experiment that is done. It is called the psychokinesis experiment. Um, in this experiment, there is a cage, and inside the cage, um, in the first experiment, there is nothing, it's an empty cage, and there is a robot that is controlled by a random number generator. So the movement of that robot is controlled by this random number generator, and this robot randomly moves in this given rectangular space. And this is the tracing of the movement of this robot. It is the movements are distributed equally in this whole region when the cage is empty. So in the second experiment, what they did is they brought some chicks, and these young chicks, when they were born, what they did is they kept this robot next to them, and they removed the mother. So they um, they associated this robot with a motherly figure, the chicks. And later what they did is they put the chicks inside the cage, and they started the robot with the random number generator. Now what they observed is something amazing. These chicks, they they felt attracted to this robot because they associated this robot with a motherly figure. They felt this love, wanting, and attraction for that robot. And this robot, which is purely a mechanical operated device, it started moving only closer to the cage, and it didn't move. So this is the path of the movements, the traces from the movements of the robot when the cage has these young chicks. You can see that the robot is moving much closer towards the cage than before. So a young chick, this is a very powerful experiment which demonstrates the power of our heart, the power of our feelings, the power of our mind, the power of our intention, the power of our state of being. So if an young chick can influence a robot, as this human being, what can you do? You have enormous power within you to attract the life you want, attract or manifest um, the future that you are meant to live. So we will now do a meditation. In this meditation, we are going to enter into the unknown, step into the unknown as pure consciousness and experience the new self. So I request you to close your eyes. Just relax your body. There is just your in breath and out breath. Allow yourself to gently become aware of your in breath, your out breath. With each in breath, allow yourself to completely relax your body. With each in breath, you are allowing yourself to deeply relax into your body. With each in breath, you are feeling this ease in your body. With each in breath, allow yourself to bring your mind back into the body. Feel your mind coming back into your body and joining your body. Simply resting your mind and bringing it back into the body. Gently allow yourself to bring your awareness to your heart center. Feel your heartbeat. Relax your heart. Gently bring your awareness to the back of your body, your entire back. Relax your back. Now gently relax your neck and shoulders. Now gently bring your awareness to your entire body. Relax your entire body. Now visualize, imagine in front of you an image of a person who is very dear to you, whom you like, whom you admire. Feel or imagine this person in front of you. What do you want to say to this person? How do you feel in the presence of this person? Feel how you feel in the presence of this person that you love and admire. allow yourself to visualize or imagine your own self in front of you, as if you are looking into yourself in a mirror. Now allow yourself to look into this image in front of you of yourself. Feel how you feel. What do you want to say to this image of you? Look at your face, eyes, body. What is it that you don't like about this image? What is it that you don't like in this image, in this person in front of you, which is yourself? Just allow yourself to tell spontaneously what is it that you don't like about your image in front of you. You can say anything that is coming to you. For example, if you don't like the posture or the face or the dressing or the eyes or the hair, you can say, I don't like so and so thing in you. You can also say what are the qualities you don't like about yourself. I don't like me being sad. Or you can tell to this image, I don't like you when you are angry. I don't like you when you are sad. I don't like you when you are fearful. I don't like you when you are selfish. I don't like you when you are unhappy. It can be anything. Just allow yourself to say these words spontaneously to yourself, the image in front of you. yourself to say to this self-image in front of you, even though you are an angry person, I still love you. Even though you are a sad person, I still love you. Even though you are unworthy person, I still love you. Even though you are not good looking, even though you are fat or obese, I still love you. Even though you are not good enough, I still love you. Even though you are not famous, I still love you. Even though you are not rich, I still love you. Even though you are an angry person, I still love you. Even though you are ashamed of yourself, I still love you. Even though you are guilty of your past mistakes, I still love you. I love you for everything, for who you are. Allow yourself to embrace this self-image which is standing in front of you. Allow yourself to acknowledge this image in front of you. You are a part of me. I acknowledge you. I like you as you are. I love you as you are. Now gently embrace this part. Allow yourself to embrace how this part is feeling. Angry or sad or lonely or fearful. Just be with this part. Just be with this image of yours. Allowing yourself to bring this image closer and closer to you, and slowly let this image join your heart, join your body. You are a part of me, and we are one. Now allow yourself to feel the energy of this part joining you. Feel this energy flowing in your body. Feel this energy flowing beyond your body. Feel this energy all around you. Allow yourself to gently feel the expansion of this energy, making you feel lighter and lighter. As you feel lighter and lighter, allow yourself to grow and reach with this energy beyond this room. Into the clouds, into the sky. Into the space. Beyond the stars and galaxies. Into these higher dimensions of love. Allow yourself to drop all your identities. Allowing yourself to become nobody, no one, nothing, in nowhere and in no time. Becoming this pure, undivided consciousness. This pure awareness, the Rigpa, which is the vast sky-like nature of your universal mind. Allowing yourself to now enter into this unknown, this unified quantum field of all possibilities. You are now in this pure nothingness. This pure awareness. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Simply resting in this nothingness. further expanding into this nothingness, into this infinite void. As you expand further into this pure nothingness, allow yourself to merge into this oneness field, into this source, into this pure consciousness. Just be there. You are now merging into this unified field of all possibilities. As pure consciousness in this nothingness, allow yourself to become everything, everyone. Everywhere, in every time. Allow yourself to feel this loving intelligence that is guiding your life. You are not alone. Feel this source like a divine mother nurturing you, holding you in its arms, taking care of you. This is who you are. Allow yourself to tune in to this new self, which is who you are truly. Beyond your limiting ego, beyond your masks, beyond your false roles. Allow yourself to feel this utterly unique and authentic part of you, which is waiting for you. This part is so full of love. Just like a baby approaching its mother, allow yourself to take these steps towards this new self. Feel the warmth and love here when you reached your new self. This is your true home. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. This is where you belong. There is no one else in this world who is like you. And there will not be another one like you. Feel this natural love flowing in your heart. As this new self, allow yourself to step into this new future. On this path, a beautiful path full of beauty, harmony, joy. Allow yourself to walk on this path towards your new future, towards your new creation. With each step, feel this new self alive in you. With each step, feel this enormous trust this wonder. Feel this joy with each step. Feel this awe with each step on this path. Feel the beauty of who you are. Feel this freedom in your heart to be who you are. And allow yourself to reach your true home along this path. And when you reach this true home, you realize that this is where you belong. And here creation is effortless and spontaneous. You are in this new creation, new future. Allow yourself to clearly see or feel this new future manifesting in front of you. Abundance, loving relationships, health, happiness, creativity, trust, inspiration, wonder, joy, allow yourself to feel gratitude in your heart for this new future. Gratitude puts you in a state of receiving. Feel this incredible love in your heart and enormous gratitude for this new creation of you, this new future. Gently bring your left hand to the center of your heart. And say these words: I bless my past. I bless my future. I bless my life. I bless my body. Feel this gratitude for this new future. and feel this new future entering your heart and joining you. Thank this new future. Thank you for entering my heart, for entering my life. I can feel you now. Feel this new self inside you, the butterfly inside you. Allow yourself to feel this beauty and freedom all around you. Freeing your inner butterfly, allowing it to freely fly. Spreading beauty around. Allow it to be. Just be. Feel this inner freedom, inner beauty. And tell your new self, I trust you forever. I invite you into my life. No matter what, I will be with you. I trust. Together we create. Gently breathe in, breathe out. Feel these new feelings, the qualities of this new self alive in you now. The qualities of this inner butterfly alive in you now. Feel them alive in each and every part of your body, in each and every cell of your body. Gently breathe in, breathe out. Into your new self, into this new future. Feeling this enormous gratitude, gently open your eyes whenever you are ready. Feeling deeply relaxed, feeling this new self and feeling this enormous trust within you. Now, with this, we are coming to the end of today's transformational class on new self, new creation. On this topic, new self, new creation, Quantum Life University is launching a online webinar from 25th of November to 30th of November, 6 days, every day from 5 to 7 p.m. India time, IST. So I welcome you all to this webinar on New Self, New Creation, where we can really dwell deep into this three-step process: the old self, the unknown, and the new self, using many practical tools and guided meditations every day, so that we can really connect to this new self and make it a living reality in our life. We all are worthy enough and we all deserve to live our true and authentic selves and create and walk on this path which is meant to be, which has been waiting all along for us, so that we live a meaningful life. So, thank you, friends. Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us today. Bye.